Hallo julle allemaal hier op die YouTubes. How you doing? So as you can see, today's look is super scary and super intense, and also is made worse by the fact that I decided to bleach my eyebrows again. I did get a few requests to recreate this look. Basically, I did this some weeks ago for another TikTok challenge, but because I wanted to go in hardcore and do a badass bitch look, this is the look I did. Lets people know that I can do makeup. Just saying. A little bit more editorial, and that's why I bleached my brows, to do more editorial looks, to do more runway fashiony kind of looks, because I'm just already bored with some of the looks I've done. This is an all matte look. Just about every single product I use on my face is of a matte texture, which makes it super easy. I need to take a breath when I talk. Just super easy to do. I literally used probably next to nothing products to do this. It's very easy to accomplish the same sort of look with a bronzer, black eyeshadow, black lipstick, and mascara, and foundation. Okay, so you need a lot to do this look, but it's really super easy. And I really wanted to do my hair for you guys, but it's having a moment. I decided to do a hair mask that I found on Pinterest to just kind of, I don't know, revive my hair since I can't color it. My roots are showing, I'm losing my hair, and decided, you know, let's go on Pinterest. Let's do a hair mask. Let's just try and revive the situation on my hair. So the mask had asked for 2 egg yolks. Okay, cool. They did not mention on Pinterest how hard it would be to wash out egg yolk in your hair. Not to mention the fact that for the last 2 days, that is right, 2 days, I've been smelling like pancake batter. Because of the egg yolks that I had in my hair. So now I'm walking around like pancake, smelling like pancake, and now all I want to do is eat a pancake. It's delicious, is it not? Moving on, let's just get into this tutorial. Ooh. If you have any looks, I should probably mention this, if you have any looks that you want to see, or if you have any suggestions for videos that you would like to see on my channel, let me know. Let a bitch know, because then she's just going to carry on doing what she wants to do, and if you don't like it, then that's not my problem, because you did not tell me first. Also, be sure to subscribe. That is all. Let's head into the video. In with my Strobecream in the shade Peachlite, and I'm going to apply this with a 188 brush from MAC. And I'm just going to buff this into my skin. Now I'm going to go in with a primer, and I'm going to be using this one, the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. So this one does give the skin, oh crap, this one does give the skin a very light lit from within glow. I'm just buffing that in with the same 188 brush. Okay, great. So now we're going to move on with some concealer. I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Smoothwear concealer. I am in the shade NW24. 270 concealer brush. All I'm doing is, I'm going to use this as an eye primer, so it's going to go over my lid, it's going to go underneath my eyes, and it's going to go around my nose. And then of course the 1 or 2 blemishes that I just can't seem to get rid of. Okay, so because this look is quite matte, I'm going to use a mattifying foundation. The foundation I used in that video was my Studio Fix powder foundation, which looks like this. It's well on its way out. It looks a disaster, but I'm in the shade NC20 if you're curious. And I'm just going to use a Real Techniques powder brush to apply the powder foundation. So as you can see, I'm pushing the powder into my skin. I'm not swiping it over because I want this to last. You gotta push your product in first and then blend out any excess after that, because if you just swipe this onto your skin, it's got really nothing to stick to, so it's not gonna last as long as it should. Okay, so since I don't have brows anymore, I did a very defined brow for that video, but since I have nothing, I'm just gonna take a spoolie and I'm just gonna brush them up, and I'm just gonna set them with a gel because there really is nothing I can do right now, to be honest. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream Skin Protector. It says that you can use this to set brows or shape brows, so I'm going to try it since I don't have a clear brow gel, and my tinted ones will turn my brows ginger. So because I was feeling super lazy to do this look the day that I did it, I literally just did my entire eye look using this palette. It is the Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette, the light to medium one, and essentially I used all the bronzing and contouring shades to do my eyes and to do my face, and then I used the highlighting shades to highlight my eye, highlight my face. I'm going to start with the first shade here, which is called Bone Beige, and I'm going to take it on a 286 Duo Fiber blending brush. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out, or just contour my crease area. So I'm just circling it in and then just going back and forth and then just circling it in because I want this to be super soft. Okay, so now we're going to start really defining my eye and coming down onto the lid a bit. So I'm going to go in with the shade here, Taupe. You can see it's my favorite color because I hit pan and there's like almost nothing left of it. It is a 217 from MAC. It's still a blending brush, but it's a lot denser than this one. So we're going to use this one to diffuse, this one to really pack on the color but still blend it out at the same time. So I'm just going to go in with some of that Taupe. Okay, so I've got that on the brush and I'm just going to pack it on to the outer corner of my eye using the flatter part of the brush because this is more tapered. This is the flatter side. So I'm packing it on with the flatter side and then using the tip or the point of the brush, I'm just going to push that into the outer half crease. So I'm not going to bring it too far in because I want this eye to be very extended. Let's see, we're going to go back in with a 286 and just go back into the crease and just diffuse all of that out. Okay, and then lastly I'm just going to go in with the middle shade, which is called Sculpt, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with Taupe but keep it only on the outer corner, so right in the last little at the end here, and then take it up slightly into the crease. So that's when I've turned my brush from being flat to tapered, and I'm sticking that tapered point into the crease, and I'm just giving it a little bit of depth just there. I'm not taking it in, I'm not taking it up. It's literally just sitting in that little nook of the outer corner and a tiny bit of crease just above it. And then of course just blending it out again to soften it. I'm going to move on to liner because I don't want to put too much black on my eye. I normally just use it as an accent, especially when I'm doing liner. So I normally like to do my liner first and then just kind of add the black eyeshadow afterwards. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using MAC's Retro Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Caviar. I'm going to apply this with a 210 eyeliner brush. You can see it's super small, so it's going to be a super easy and precise brush to use for this type of liner. I'm just going to be doing a wing liner, so it's going to be super thin on the inner corner, and we are literally just going to cut right across and make a wing. Load my brush. And I'm literally just going to do a wing. There's nothing to it, I'm just going to do a wing liner. Okay, so now that I've got the liner on, I can see now where I want to place my black eyeshadow to just further cut my crease, or to just add a little bit of dimension to the outer portions of my eyes. So I'm going to go in with a matte black eyeshadow. I have here is Carbon by MAC. It's just a plain black matte eyeshadow, and I'm going to be applying it with my JH40 brush from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Master Brush collection. This one's quite nice because it's a taper point. It's not quite a pencil brush. It's still very flimsy, so you can still use it to blend. I'm going to use the point to place the eyeshadow. Just blend it out and just get the eyeshadow on, and then go back in with the blending brush to really smooth that into the bronzers that I've laid down. So I'm going to stick it right here in my crease, right there. And I'm just going to blend this along the wing of my liner. I didn't pick up a lot. Make sure you start with as little as you can and rather blend from there than sticking your brush in and just going ham on your eye, because it becomes very hard to blend that, especially black. So go in, take your time, a little bit at a time, and just be patient. Black can smell fierce, so don't let the black get to you. So just do a little bit at a time, build until you get the opacity and shape that you want. So now that I've got it in that of my crease and I've blended it out along my wing, I'm going to slowly just take this up into the crease like that. And I'm going to bring it down along onto the lid as well. So I'm almost doing kind of like a V shape. And again, I'm just pushing the product in because it is black and it is a matte. So you need to put it down first before you can do any blending out whatsoever. Got to pack it on first. And then slowly blend it up. So you kind of have that shape or that effect going there for you. And then just going back in with a 286 blending brush, I'm going to just soften that black. into the rest of the crease and just take it up slightly. Okay, so your eye should look kind of like this right now. And what we're going to do is now is we're just going to emphasize the inner corners. So we're going to go back in with our contouring palette, and I'm going to take the shade Emphasize, which is this white shade here, and I'm going to apply that with a 239 flat shader brush. This is not matte, but it's not super shimmery as well. There's a slight sheen to it, so that's going to really help intensify the inner corner. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat that in just above that liner, just going into that black eyeshadow. I just want to clean up that inner corner a little bit, because sometimes the black, you can tend to like blend it in a little too far. And we just want to open up that eye space again and just make everything look more seamless and not so harsh. Okay, so now I'm just moving on to mascara. I'm just going to be using my Extended Play Black Lash 3D Mini whatever mascara. I did lashes for the video, so I'm going to do lashes. So the lashes I used at that time are the number 75s from MAC. They're huge, they are heavy, they are dramatic, they are intense, and they are my favorites. These are hands down my favorite lashes from MAC, ever someone. So I'm just going to apply them with duo glue. I'm just going to use my applicators to apply them. So as you can see, they're quite intense. They take over just about the whole look, but they are super fluffy, they're spiky, they're intense. They do things for the eyes, that's all I'm saying. The only problem is that my one eye is shorter than the other, so my lashes will never look even, no matter how much I cut. I'm trying to shape them to my lids, so we're just gonna run from that. So everything that we have on the top is going to come down to the bottom in the exact same order, so I don't feel like I really need to explain this. Now I have all the bronzy tones done underneath my eye, I'm going to go back in with Carbon, which is the black eyeshadow that we used, and with that same tapered brush I am going to only use the point of the brush to tightline the outer half, or the outer corner of my lower lash line, and I'm going to connect it to the wing that we have placed. Okay, so we're just going to do mascara on the bottom lashes now to match the top, and I'm just using the same mini mascara again. Okay, so to quickly finish off the look, I wanted the face to be super structured. So I wanted it to be contoured, but I didn't want it to look like bronzer, but I didn't want it to not look like bronzer, because I still wanted that definition. So I'm just going back in with the same palette and a 1/6/8 brush from MAC, which is an angled contour brush. I'm going to use the same method I did on my eyes. I'm going to start with the lightest color and build up to the darkest to create dimension and more of a 3D-ish kind of contour, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to take that bone beige color, which is this one here, and I'm going to put it in, or place it in the area where I'm going to contour, but I'm going to treat it like bronzer as well. So I'm going to be bronzering, which is contouring and bronzing at the same time. It's a word I made up for myself for what I'm doing. So taking my 168 brush, I'm going to work in circular motions in that hollow of my cheek. I'm going to come down quite far, I'm going to take it up quite high, I'm going to come down quite low and just work in soft circular motions to get that shade down, but nothing's really defined. We're just placing the color to begin the process of deepening the contour. Shade. We're going to go in with something slightly deeper and just minimize the placement on the face. So I'm going to go in with Taupe, which is that one there, and instead of doing more circular motions on the face, we're going to keep it more into the hollow of the face. So using the shorter side of the brush, not the long side, I'm going to stick that into my cheek and just move back and forth, and then moving to the longer side of the brush, I'm going to just circulate that in the hollow of the cheek. Okay, so going in with a Lash shade, which is Sculpt in the middle. This color is not going anywhere. We are just using the blunt end of the brush, and it's just going to go right there by the ear. And then we're going to take the tip and just blend that into the rest of the bronzer. This is just the anchor of the contour. It's not going anywhere. It's just there for depth. Do some basic matte highlighting just to really emphasize the actual shimmer highlighter that I'm going to be going into. So I'm going back in with this palette and I'm going to mix this color Accentuate with the middle color here, which is Cream, and this is just going to go into the forehead, my nose, to set underneath my eye and just lighten these areas here, and then just down the center of the face, just so that everything looks blended in and I have a spotlight effect in the middle of my face. And then I'm taking this on my Real Techniques setting brush. Okay, so now actually going in with a highlighter, I'm using my Mineralize Skinfinish in Soft and Gentle. You can see it's very sad and well on its way out. I'm going to apply it with my Smashbox Buildable Cheek Brush, and this is just going to go on top of the cheekbones here. It is a super subtle, super soft highlighter, very ethereal, so it's not going to really take away too much from the matteness of this look, because this look is quite matte, but it's just going to add a little bit of a subtle glow, so that when the light does catch you, there's dimension and then there's texture on the face, but like good texture, a mixture of textures. And then just going back in with my 239 flat brush, I am going to use this for the inner corner tear duct to highlight there. And then my 286 for the brows. Not that I have any, but we need that area to be highlighted. Okay, so now it's time for the piece de resistance. I don't speak French. So in the photo, in the video, I wore a black lip, which I can already tell is very scary and very daunting for some people, but let me tell you something, I have never felt more empowered than wearing a black lip. Thought red was cool? Try wearing a black lip, it will change your life. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This is the statement piece of the makeup look, and it's going to bring everything together. I'm just going to prime my lip using my MAC Prep and Prime lip base. As always, it's my favorite primer for matte lipsticks, especially for retro mattes. So I need to breath. So I'm going to be going in with Caviar again, and I'm going to be using the applicator to obviously apply the lipstick on. I'm going to go back in with that 210 eyeliner brush to really sharpen up the edges, because with a black lipstick you need it to be cut, you need it to be clean, it needs to be stamped onto the lip. Cool, so that's the completed look. You can see that the black lipstick really just intensifies everything and kind of makes you look like a bad bitch, which is fine by me because that's exactly what I wanted from this look. I hope that you find this an easy way to do a super matte smoky eye. It's like kind of a cheat way to do it, because really all you need is a bronzer and a black eyeshadow. You obviously don't need to wear it as intense as I'm wearing it, but I literally just recreated the look I did for the TikTok video that I did, and just wanted to show you guys how to do it. So I hope you enjoy, have a good one further, and I'll totally see you in my next video.